Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to a cold and snowy, icy Monday morning. Frank, good morning. Roads were kind of crappy. Not a whole lot they could do with this stuff. So, I don't know. I guess if you can stay home this morning, do. Mr. Workman, good morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate. I live pretty darn close to here, so slow going, but made it in no problems. If I had the option of working from home today, I probably would have, but I can't do that because I have class today. So anyway, I wanted to hop on real quick. I was not going to. And Frank, you go get out of here. Get the heck out of St. Louis. Think you're retired? Did you retire? I think you retired. Go to Florida. Get the heck out of here. Workman, well, I got coffee. Not so cozied up. Anyway, I wasn't going to hop on this morning because I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on this morning, but I figured, what the hell, get a little break from my desk and emails and all that jazz. Come out here, chat with you guys for a little bit, show you what we've got going on the wall. Our walls are pretty full right now. We had a pretty busy weekend. We had a lot going on with classes. It was awesome. We had a AR Armors class this weekend, so lots of parts were getting slung all over. I wanted to talk to Vinny yesterday and find out how many parts they lost in total with springs and detents and such. If you've never taken an AR completely apart, it's a great class to learn. If you have interest in doing it, it's a great class to learn how to do that. You get to wear out our rifles and lose our parts and get a much better understanding of how the rifle works. It's a good class. We had a couple of basic pistol classes and some lessons and stuff. It was a good weekend for training. So anyway, I'm going to go, Miss Tricia, good morning. And yes, you do. I'm going to go around, take a look at inventory. Supposedly, from what we're hearing, the brace thing's going to drop tomorrow. We shall see. So if you go back and you watch a couple of videos that Liz and I did last week or the week before where we talk about it, there's a whole lot of don't really know what the hell's going to happen. So Jim, good morning. Workman. Yeah. It's you. It won't be so awesome. I mean, when I'm in there, it'll be awesome. But I'll be here on Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be here on Saturday as well. So I will definitely pop in to try to make Workman's class much more betterist. For sure. Mr. Miller, good morning. So anyway, yeah, the brace thing's supposed to drop tomorrow. So you'll see our walls will change significantly if that does happen, because anything that we have on the wall with a brace on it, we have to take off right away. So, well, I mean, we don't have to take them off. They just become NFA items. It's just silly. Today it's a pistol. Tomorrow it's an NFA rifle. Again, that's assuming. We don't know that it's going to drop tomorrow, but that's the word on the street. All right, so let's take a look at inventory. I'm going to go through the inventory stuff kind of quick to leave a little bit of time for questions. I don't have a ton of time this morning because I've got a lot going on with classes today and trying to get emails out for this week and so forth, and all that fun administrative stuff. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. What you care about is this stuff. Guns. We have lots of them. So I've got some 12 gauge and 20 gauge shotguns down here, some bullpups and some standard shotguns, shockwaves. I got one shockwave. So if you're looking for a new shotgun, come take a look, see what we got. Let's see. on the long gun wall. Lots of rifles up here on the wall. ARs, AKs, 308 ARs. Here's a CMMG 308. Very cool rifle there. And I got lots of 5.56 guns, several AKs, so 7.62 by 39. I do also have some 7.62 by 39. I don't know what is going on here, but got some 7.62 by 39 CMMG Banshees too, I believe. But I've got ARs from FN, SIG, Rock River, Daniel, FN Scar. I've got a 17S and a 20S. SIG 3. We got lots of big bore guns up here. Lots of open dust covers. Yes, I don't like it. Other stuff from Colt, CZ, Springfield. So a couple of bullpup guns, Springfield Hellions and Tavors. And then lots of AR style pistols in 7.62 by 39, 9 mil, 10 mil, 5.56, and so on. So anything you see up here right now with a brace on it, assuming that the new rule gets published tomorrow, all of those things will have to come off the wall. So if you've been thinking about wanting one and you want to buy one, your only chance to buy one as a pistol is today, and then you have to go through the process on your own to either keep it a pistol or convert it to a or Form 1 it to an SBR. Jim, oh, thank you. Vincent Leone is off today. His birthday was Saturday. And I should have printed off some pictures. We thoroughly embarrassed him thanks to his mother. His mother helped out and sent some glorious pictures of a young Mr. Vincent Leone. And we were able to share those. So it was a good time. All right, let's take a look at the pistol case here. Down here with Shadow Systems, we've got CR920s. We've got the new CR920Ps coming. I don't have any in here yet. But then I've got some XR, MR, and DR920s as well, to include DR920P. Springfield, I've got Hellcats, XDSs, and XDMs. Smith, I've got lots of options in here. CSX, Equalizer, EZ, 380 EZ, Shield Plus, Performance Center shields, M&P 2.0s and SDs, all sorts of stuff. Oh, Jim, you didn't even get to see all of them. The one that I shared on Vinny's page was just one, but we had many options to choose from. Ooh, I just thought about. I have another option to share with Vinny, but maybe I'll save that for next year. All right, back in the case here. SIGs, lots of options in SIG. 320s, 226s, 229s, 365, 365Xs. Spectre Comp 320, X5 Legion. We got all sorts of stuff. Lots of options from SIG. Beretta, lots of 92 options, X Performance, RDOs, FSs, M9, even an APX in the carry size. Paul, good morning. CZ, Tactical Sport Orange, super awesome. If you get a chance, if you come in here, just handle this pistol. It's pretty freaking cool. P10C, a couple of HK VP9s as well, and a Steyr M9. FN, I've got 509 Cs, Ts, and Ms. FNX 45. I've got a CC Edge, LS Edge, and then lots of Canic Rivals and Mateys back there. Glocks, lots of options from Glock, which is kind of a nice thing to see. I've got 19s, let's see, for 9mm, I've got 43, 19, 43X, 17, and 45, and a 48, and a 34. And I've got some other options as well, 41, 20, 42, and so on. Walther PPQs, Q4 steel frame, CCP, PDP-Fs, and standard PDPs. And a couple of Burst of Thunders in there. Airx, Delta L, M, and X, Taurus G2, 3s and 4s, Ruger LCP Max, SAR 9, Savage Stance, Skies, and Mossberg pistols. I know I'm going through that kind of quick. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch this morning. But as always, if you've got questions, don't hesitate to ask. All right, let's take a look at the use case. A couple of SIG 320s, Canik TP9 Elite SC, Springfield 1911, Sky, M&P 40, Glock 19. Not too often we have a used Glock 19 in there. Taurus 605, Walther CCP, Smith Shield Plus, and Carr CW9. Chuck, do you have questions about the Sky pistols? Since I'm over here and I do have I have some time since I went through stuff so fast. I've got some 1911s. If 1911s are your thing, I've got Taurus, Kimber, Springfield, Gearson, Wilson Combat, and SIG, and Rock Island. Then moving on down, I've got some 22s in here, Mark IV 22s, Ruger Wranglers, SIG P322, TX22 from Taurus, FN, and two FN 502s. Then I've got several revolvers, Ruger, Colt, and we got a couple of Pythons in there, 4-inch and 3-inch, Smith 629. So, if wheel guns are your thing, we've got some options there too. There's the Walther CCP in 9 or 380. That one is in 9mm. If you're talking about the used one, it is in 9mm. And I think it's calling your name, Workman. All right, so that pretty much does it for inventory stuff. Any questions on anything? Any other questions on anything that you saw there? So if you're just tuning in, we talked very briefly at the beginning about the brace ban or the brace reclassification. Well, Workman, that's what I'm here for. Just for temptation. Supposedly, it's supposed to get published tomorrow, the new ruling. Once it does get published, assuming that you have some, Dennis, good morning. Assuming that you do have some AR pistols with braces, you will have 120 days to comply. Understand a couple of important things. One, that as soon as it's published, if you own one of these things, you now own an NFA item. That 120 days is in order for you to get into compliance with the NFA. So once it's published, you own an NFA item. So don't be traveling with it. Don't, if you live in Illinois, you can't have that. That sucks. Yeah, I get it, Chuck. So just understand that. Dennis, we do not have any in stock, no Prodigies in stock. We've gotten several in, but they've all been on special orders. So as soon as they come in, they go out. If you want one, the best thing to do is to just special order one. Anyway, once that rule is published, you own, assuming you have one of these things, you own an NFA item. So you have to comply with the NFA. The Frank, no, not that I am aware of. That 120 days doesn't mean you have 120 days of just doing whatever you want with it. You have 120 days to submit your paperwork. You still have to comply with the NFA. So typically, now I don't know how this is going to be done. Typically, when you Form 1 something, when you are making a SBR, you cannot use it in that configuration until you get your stamp approved, which could take, I mean, it could take a year or more. I have no idea how they plan on handling this. Let's just say a quarter of the people try to make SBRs out of the stuff that they have. So there's 1 million people, let's just say, do it. It would be, or whatever the number is, it will be astonishing that they're able to get anything done anytime soon. So again, typically when you Form 1 something, you can't possess it in that configuration until you get the stamp approved. So I wouldn't necessarily take the chance of saying, well, hey, I've got 120 days to figure it out. I wouldn't read it that way. I would read it as you have 120 days to submit the paperwork or make the change. So if you own it and you want to put a pistol tube on it, you can do that. Once you do that, then it's a pistol and you're fine. If you want to Form 1 it, you got to wait until that Form 1 comes back. Just my opinion. Not. I'm certainly no lawyer, but just my opinion. If you're going to Form 1 something, even if you haven't decided yet, if you're going to take 30 days to try to figure it out, you technically should not be using that as an NFA item, because that's what it is. Probably will be lawsuits. Not probably. There will be. And I think a lot of these lawsuits are waiting until the rule is actually published before they go after them with the lawsuits. I don't think the lawsuits will stop any of it from happening. It's possible that it could get put on hold if they think that the language is way too vague and just doesn't make any sense. It's possible that could happen. I personally would not count on it. I think that this will ultimately get defeated, but it could take years. So I don't know. We shall see. If you've got questions about that, ask us. We're happy to help if we can. We have some cheat sheets laying around here that you can get from, I mean, it's straight from the ATF of if you have this and your intent is to do this, you can do it this way. It's about as clear as the ATF can make something. It's still not super helpful, but yeah. Good times that we're in right now. So we'll see. I won't be able to be on tomorrow. I've got calls tomorrow. Wednesday I'll be on with Rob Morton. He's going to come in. We're going to talk about some medical stuff. I'm sure that we'll be talking about braces and stuff too. I don't know that I'll do much in the way of inventory. So if you can tune in on Monday, or sorry, today's Monday. If you can tune in on Wednesday, do that. We're going to talk about medical supplies. I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about medical stuff. Whether it's kits, excuse me, whether it's kits or just tourniquets or whatever. There's a new tourniquet on the market that Rob's going to tell us about, and so on. And talk about our classes. We've got a trauma class coming up in February, so coming up here real quick, just a couple weeks out. Still got plenty of seats in it. So here's this. Go watch. Warrior Poet Society put out a video late last week, Thursday, I think, where they had a student die in class, and they brought him back. A guy had a heart attack, and thankfully somebody on the range had an AED, and they were able to bring this guy back. And it's cool to listen to John Lovell talk about the whole situation, and how much he preaches to be prepared for medical stuff. And really, in gun classes, you think gunshots, or somebody cuts themselves really bad or shoots themselves in the hand or the leg or whatever. That's typically what goes through your brain as a trainer. You don't think about some of the more common things like heart attacks or low blood sugar or whatever. So it's an interesting video to watch, and hopefully eye-opening. I tell people all the time that if you are a gun person, you should also be a medical person, right? If you're taking it seriously, if you're doing this because you want to be your own first responder, think about how much more likely you are to have to respond to a medical situation than you ever are to a situation that would involve a firearm for personal protection. So take the medical stuff seriously. Get basic training, basic first aid, basic CPR. Get trauma training. But we're going to talk more about that on Wednesday when Rob's here. So, all right, I got to run. You guys have a super awesome day. If you need something, come see us, 14803 Manchester Road. We're open at normal time, right, Dano? Yes, sir. Yeah, normal time today, so 10 o'clock today, Monday through Friday, 10 to 8. This Wednesday, we do close early because we have Girls Just Want to Have Guns this Wednesday. So this Wednesday, we close at 6. But typically, 10 to 8, Monday through Friday. excuse me. Monday through Friday, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 10 to 6. It's gross outside, but the roads are going to clear up pretty quickly, I think, late morning. It's going to be cold as crap outside. It's going to be nice and warm downstairs in the bays. So come out, shoot your guns. Come out, buy something fun and cool. Rob, good morning. And Jim, thank you. As somebody that might have some medical knowledge, it's good to hear. You guys have a super awesome day. Stay safe, be nice to one another, and we'll catch you soon. Later.